My dad is jealous on my money and wants to ruin my life. I've never shared a story here before, but I'm really upset and don't know what to do. I'm only 17, and I'm wondering if there's any legal action I can take. Let me give you some background. My parents separated when I was little, and I've been living with my mom and her husband since then. I used to live with my dad, but he had a bad accident and couldn't take care of me anymore. I still see him every weekend and during the summer. When I was 10, I moved in with my mom, her husband, and their 2 sons. Since then, my stepdad has been making me feel like I'm a problem in their lives because I came back into my mom's life. I started working in 10th grade to save up for my senior year in college because my mom and her husband said they would only help with basic stuff for my senior year. Anything else, like prom, I'd have to pay for myself. I get about $400 every 2 weeks from my job, and I've been saving it all. I also make extra money doing nails, around $100 a week plus tips, which I use for spending money. Since it's my senior year, I wanted to go all out for prom and set an $800 budget for my dress. I found a beautiful dress in December that cost $890, and it's dark green with rhinestones and glitter. When I showed the dress to my mom and stepdad, my mom was okay with it, but my stepdad said it was a waste of money. My mom ended up putting $150 towards it, but my stepdad keeps saying I should help pay for things at home. Last Saturday, we argued because my stepdad suggested I should help my stepbrother pay for his prom, and I said no. He called me selfish and complained that it's not fair I get an expensive outfit. Today, I found out he washed my prom dress, ruining it. I left the house and went to a friend's place with the dress. I don't think they can afford to replace it, but I'm wondering if there's anything I can do. I've sent pictures to my mom, and she's at work. My stepdad has called twice, but I haven't answered. I'll update you when my mom gets home. It feels really frustrating, and I don't know what to do. Update 1. Subscribe for more Reddit stories. I'm not sure how to do updates, so I'll just add an edit here. My mom and I just finished talking on the phone, and she's really mad. She's on her way home now, and my friend, her dad, and I are heading back to my house. My mom mentioned she's planning to call the cops as soon as she hangs up, so they might be there by the time we get back. We've taken pictures of the ruined dress, and my uncle, my mom's brother, will be over by 8, as I contacted him while he was at work. I've been thinking about your suggestions regarding withdrawing money from my account, and I also talked to my dad about it. He said I can stay with him. I appreciate all the advice you've given me. Update 2. When I got home, my friend stayed in the car while her dad walked me inside, and my stepdad was already gone. However, the police were at the house. Currently, the police said they can't arrest him because he technically didn't break the law like stealing. It's a bit confusing, but it's not breaking the law because he washed it and didn't keep it. They suggested I could try to get him to confess or take him to small claims court. Unfortunately, the dress is non-refundable if damaged, so returning it isn't an option. I explained everything to my mom, and as I fumbled through my words and started crying, she hugged me. She said he's going to pay for what he did. The financial disagreements between them have been ongoing, and this incident seems to have pushed my mom to the edge. I also talked to my uncle, and he's on his way over. Apparently, my uncle and my stepdad have a history, with my dad having a smart mouth towards him in the past. When I explained the situation to my uncle, he assured me that everything would be alright. If anything, he said he would buy back the dress before it sells out, so I'll have my dress for prom. However, he does expect my stepdad to pay me back one way or another, so I might end up getting my dress for free. Maybe that's a little win. I'll probably update more later tonight, but things seem to be looking up. Update 3. I want to clear up some confusion about the streaming service bills. I pay for them because I really enjoy watching shows on those services, and my mom works hard but doesn't make enough to cover those extra expenses. So, I offered to pay for them to have those services. My mom is not the kind of mother who would choose her husband over me, and she always defends me. He has never done something like this before, but he often tries to convince her to control my money and savings. To be clear, my mom has never spent my savings, and I think this is a big reason why they clash. He has this mindset that we have financial troubles, and my daughter could solve them with her savings, and you have access to them. It's a point of disagreement between them. Update 4. Okay, so here's what happened next. My uncle came over, and he and my mom had a bit of a disagreement. He said my mom shouldn't stick with my stepdad, and that's why he did something bad. She argued back, saying she always protected me from him, and she never took my money, which is true. We all talked about it a bit, and my mom shared that they argued about paying for a car last night. She said bills were stressing her out, and he suggested using my savings and not letting me spend it on what he called silly stuff. She got mad because he keeps bringing it up. He also said the $900 I spent on the dress could have paid for the car for 2 months. By the way, he only knows about my savings because he knows how much I get paid and that I've been saving it all. So we think that's why he ruined my dress. My mom and stepdad have been texting, and he admitted he washed it to teach me a lesson not to spend so much on a dress. However, he used a strong setting, so he meant to ruin it. My uncle said he'd buy a new dress, so I don't have to worry. We called the store, and they can order another dress, but it won't be here until February 23rd, which is okay. My mom sent a long message to my stepdad, kinda angry. She and my dad talked, and they think it's best for me to have my own bank account so my stepdad can't use the excuse that she can access my money. That's good news. We talked about what's going to happen next, and she's not sure yet because it's a lot for her. She's thinking about leaving him, but she doesn't want to talk about it right now. Also, my stepdad is at a friend's house. I'll update more, maybe tomorrow. My friend's parents are keeping the dress at their house, and I'll pick it up tomorrow for proof. Update 5, here's what's happening now. My uncle sent me a lot of money for my prom dress, and I'm excited to use it to get a new dress and cool shoes. He's really well off, which is why I asked him for help. I'm going to call the store and ask if they can get me the same dress, and I'll pick it up in February. But we're still trying to make my stepdad pay for what he did. My uncle talked to my other aunts and uncles, with my permission, to share about the situation. Most of my mom's family in Georgia know what happened. I got lots of messages in the morning with sympathy and money for prom, which is super nice. My mom also told my stepdad's family, and they shared the news with pictures. Most of them are surprised, but his mom thinks it was just a mistake. My stepdad's sister called me and said sorry. I found out my stepdad has been asking his family for money because he bought too many things and can't pay for them. My mom called my stepdad to ask why he did it, and we recorded the talk. He's trying to blame her, saying if she didn't upset him, he wouldn't have done it. He said he wanted to teach me a lesson about money and planned to talk to me afterward. Also, my mom decided to break up with him because he blamed her for caring more about me than him, which is weird. They've been having problems because he's not good with money, and this was the last straw for my mom. Update 6, hey there, a lot of stuff happened. First off, we ordered a new dress, and it's on its way. Should be at the store by February 23rd, so that's sorted. Mom and my stepdad are not together anymore. Mom isn't sure about getting a divorce yet because it's all new, and lawyers cost a lot, and we can't afford that right now. They had a prenup, which means they don't share stuff, and the house is my mom's dad's house that she inherited. It's a bit complicated, so my stepdad came back with his brother, and he bought me a new dress from Macy's. It kinda looks like the old one but not as good. Then he said sorry, claimed he didn't mean to ruin the first dress. He said he just wanted to wash it and show me why I shouldn't buy such things. Then he'd buy me another dress. That doesn't really make sense. My uncle came back to the house, and they had a big argument. My uncle wanted to know why he wrecked the dress, and my stepdad got all defensive. They ended up fighting, my stepdad lost. He threatened to call the cops, but we told him he threw the first punch. After that, my stepdad got all angry, cussed us out, and took the dress with him. We're thinking about taking him to a small claims court because of the evidence and damage. Hopefully, we'll win. Right now, my stepdad is staying at his parents' house. For those asking about my brothers, one is 15, half, and the other is 18, step. The 15-year-old was at his girlfriend's house, so he wasn't here for all the drama. He reached out to me today, which was nice. The 18-year-old kinda sided with his dad, and that's all there is to it. Oh, and thanks to those who suggested changing the streaming passwords. We did that. And today, my mom and I are getting me my own bank account. Thanks for all the support, and I'll keep updating as things happen and we figure out our plans.